Hi guys, I'm coming to you from the lawn, the McNeil Woodward Green in front of the Boyd Library in the center of campus. And we are going to talk about Pinus strobus, or white pine. So this is a very large specimen of white pine right here. We have a couple of smaller specimens in our gardens, but I really think this one is pretty spectacular. So for this one, the leaf arrangement is alternate, the leaf form is simple, and the leaf margin is serrated. It's a tree, it's a conifer, and it's evergreen, considered large. It is pyramidal. It prefers lower pH. There's typically no pruning, nothing notable about moisture, typically no pruning required, but it can be sheared when it's young or as a juvenile for a hedge or even Christmas tree production in parts of the country. The growth rate is considered rapid. The exposure to light is sun to partial. Climactic hardiness zones are 3 to 7. So again, we're falling on the outside of this guy's comfort zone. Landscape uses are hedge, naturalized setting, screen, or specimen. Flowers are considered insignificant. The cones, it does produce a cone for its fruit. They are profuse. They are 4 to 6 inches long and narrow. So this is two separate cones here. And you can see they're very small compared to the Pinus palustris that we've discussed. Totally different texture. They have some sap on the tips there. That's a really common thing to see. They are brown and white. That white is the sap, and they are not edible. And one thing to note, that when these hang on the tree, they are pendant, which means they hang down. Some conifers we'll discuss will actually hold their cones upright. These are pendant, so they hang down. No notable autumn color. Leaf texture is considered fine. The needles of white pine come in fascicles of 5, and there is a distinctive white stripe on the needles. But for me to remember that there are 5 needles, the word white, W-H-I-T-E, has 5 letters. So white pine has 5 needles per fascicle. No notable bark characteristics. It is less coarse than Pinus palustris. Notable cultivars, 2, I'll give you, although I would say they're probably rare. One is contorta. Branches are twisted, bearing twisted needles. Another is prostrata, and prostrata is 5 to 7 feet tall with trailing branches, so it has a more horizontal growth habit. It is native to the western part of North Carolina. It is native to the U.S. It is not invasive. It is not salt tolerant. You see this a lot in the sandhills, but I also see a lot leave. So I think at this point in time they're not thriving in the sandhills like they once did. I know I grew up at the coast. We had one in our front yard that never appeared to grow at all. It just kind of sat there. But the foliage is beautiful. The texture is beautiful. Just it's much finer in texture than our Pinus palustris. Dur, page 840 to 841. And there are a couple in the hillside. And like I said, I am in the McNeil Woodward Green in front of the Boyd Library. Thanks.